khakis, then using an overloaded brush, I just started adding messy swirls and splotches, working my way through the colors until I've got what I think is a pretty good first attempt at camo. It's all a bit too clean though, so I added a watery green wash over the top, dabbing away the excess, which will leave me with some totally intentional splotches and stains. I'll then give the vest a leather brown wash and dry brush it with a khaki to highlight all the edges before painting the various buckles and magazines and straps and everything else black, followed by a dark gray highlighting to catch all the edges. With body painting, I can reattach the gun and reconnect the upper and lower arm with a bit of tape that is on to making my wizard's robes. I'll start by covering the exposed wire in some grayish blue, then I'll drape a large cable from the back of the gun down, cutting it to roughly the correct size and shape while it's on the model, before removing it and cleaning up the cuts on the mat. Once I've got a nice smooth robe-shaped shape, I'll give it some texture by placing it on a bit of textured fabric, then sandwiching it between the two halves and smooshing it all together. This will then impart a lovely texture to my robes, and I can fit them back onto Gundav's back. Now, I recently bought a weight bench that, for reasons I don't fully understand, came with these cotton gloves that are perfectly textured for these robes, so I'll use them to press the folds of the fabric of the cape without losing all my roby texture. I'll add a bit more clay under and around the arms to clean up the edges of the robes before adding a shoulder strap over the right shoulder down across the torso for a future wizard satchel. For now, I'll start adding the long, saggy wizard robes, which I'll make by adding the saggy part of the arm and wrapping the tip with a thin bit of clay to create the illusion of it being an open wizard sleeve. Then I can build up the rest of the arm, add some more texture, then add some wrinkles and folds on top of that to finish it all off. Then it's into the oven to bake while I build the aforementioned satchel and accessories. I want to make the satchel flap open with some fancy scrolls poking out, so I'm going to take this cardboard sheet and cut it down into a wonky stacked rectangle. Then I can press some leathery brown clay onto the bottom, cutting to shape and adding some stitching along the edges. The clay won't adhere to the cardboard without some sort of glue, so once it's been baked, I can easily remove it from the cardboard, which leaves me with a lovely little pouch that I can add some molly straps onto the front for yet to be built magic potions and a simple flap on top.